Now, as Lindsay mentioned, today was a day of celebration for at least one mother and child. But as you also heard, of the 2,300 children taken, less than a quarter are back with the parents. That leaves well over 1,500 kids still in limbo. And with two government agencies involved, getting those children reconnected with their families is proving difficult. Now, to get a little deeper into this, I'm joined by Jonathan Ryan. He's the executive director of a Texas-based organization called Raices, a nonprofit legal service in Texas that works to reunite families. And Jonathan, I'm trying to understand why this is so difficult. And I mean, from the moment a parent is separated from their child, what information are they given to help them reconnect with them afterwards?
Oftentimes, the families, the adults, are merely provided with a small pamphlet that they can fill out to try to find information about the whereabouts of their children. But you must understand, many of these parents, they don't even speak Spanish. They come from indigenous parts of Central America. So Spanish or English is outside of their reach. They receive very little information and don't have the means, really, to go about locating their children, since they're as well detained.
But in terms of picking up the slack, I mean, the organizations that are involved, I mean, governments are used to coordinating complex things. They do it all the time. The fact that they're not talking to one another, is it that they can't, that they won't? I mean, what is it?
This is a structure that has been built up over the past 15 years to provide support that is needed by unaccompanied refugee children who seek asylum in the United States. But what we've seen now is that it's essentially been weaponized as a means to deter these people who need asylum in the United States from undertaking that journey or from trying to come to our border to request asylum. So unfortunately, I think it is the latter, that there is actually a disinterest in the current administration from people being able to find each other and successfully navigate this complex terrain.
And so from your point of view, then, how do you overcome that? I mean, what are you actually able to do to get a parent back with their child?
We, as the advocates and attorneys who work in these detention centers, receive a lot of phone calls from panicked family members, both in Central America and here in the United States. So we take as much information that we can about their family members' names and dates of birth and countries of origin, and we basically go on a hunt. We talk to consulates to try to see if they have information. We talk to partner agencies around the country who also go to these detention centers to see if they know anything about these people. But let me be clear, the United States government is not in the business of coordinating and reunifying these families. It's quite to the contrary. That's left to us who are advocates and who are passionate about their rights to put together ourselves.
Jonathan Ryan, a lot of work ahead. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.